Welcome back. If you would like to follow along with today's practice problems, you can find them in this math workbook on page 36. If you would like to purchase this workbook, I found it on Amazon, and you can find a link to it in the description below. Today we have an exciting journey ahead as we unravel the mysteries of absolute value expressions. Get ready to sharpen your problem-solving skills because we're about to dive right in. Our journey begins with this question. It is asking you to find the value of the expression, the absolute value of negative 12 plus 5. Absolute value expressions can be intimidating, but fear not, I'll break it down into simple steps, making it easier for you to solve them like a pro. Let's get started. First, let's review what absolute value means. Absolute value is the distance a number is away from zero, regardless of its positive or negative sign. For example, the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3 because negative 3 is 3 spaces to the left from 0. And the absolute value of positive 3 is also positive 3 because it is 3 spaces to the right from 0. And remember, distance is always positive, so the absolute value of any number or variable will always be positive. To express this mathematically, we use these vertical bars. So whenever you see an absolute value symbol, remember that it represents the distance from 0. But the absolute value bars are also considered a grouping symbol like parentheses. So in order to find the value of this expression, I need to complete the operation inside of the bars first. So I will add negative 12 to positive 5 to get negative 7. But I'm not finished with the absolute value bars, so I need to bring them down as well. The last step is to find the absolute value of negative 7, which, as I just explained, is positive 7. And I do see positive 7 as one of my answer choices. So it looks like I'm ready to tackle another problem. Now this one looks a little more complicated. So we have a fraction here with absolute values in both the numerator and the denominator. We need to remember that the absolute value bars are also grouping symbols, so we will evaluate or solve those first. Looking at the numerator, the absolute value of negative 10 is positive 10, and I'll bring over the plus 2. Now looking at the denominator, the absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2, and I'll bring over the plus 4. Now this fraction looks a little better. Next, I need to find the value of the numerator by adding 10 and 2 to get 12. And then in the denominator, I have 2 plus 4, which is 6. But 12/6 is an improper fraction, so I need to simplify it by dividing the numerator of 12 by the denominator of 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2, and I see my answer choice as choice E. Wow, this problem does look a little intimidating, but is it really? I will begin this problem by looking at the absolute value bars. I know that the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3, and the absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5. And I'll rewrite my problem as positive 9/3 times 5. Now I see this improper fraction of 9/3, which I know that I can simplify by dividing 9 by 3 to get 3. And I'll bring over the times 5. And all I have left to do is multiply 3 by 5 to get an answer of 15, which is choice B. Now that was a great problem to really build some confidence. So this problem might seem a little tough, but I have confidence in your ability to tackle it head on. All of the absolute value bars in this problem make it appear to be a really tough problem to solve, but let me differentiate these bars by doing this. Now it's a lot easier to see. We have 2 pairs of absolute value bars. I'll start with the inside. The absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5, and I'll rewrite the problem. Next, I'll add negative 8 and 5 to get negative 3, and then finish up with finding the absolute value of negative 3, which is positive 3. Looking at my answer choices, I see that positive 3 is choice H. I hope that you now feel some confidence with solving absolute value expressions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.